Hey guys, so right now we're dealing with two major things. I'll call them things. We're dealing with an election year, of course, very, very significant. On top of that, we're in our seasonal cycle right now, where we're in the fall or the autumn months, where activity slows down. November, every year, November typically sees about a 10% decrease in sales activity compared to October, so things slow down. And when you compound that with an election year, typically we see about a 15% decrease in sales activity. So it's a noticeable, notable difference, and we see things slow down this time of year. But when you factor in those two kind of factors that might slow things down, and then you also look at the other side where we have low inventory, very low interest rates, and we have a very steady high demand for buyers looking to get into the market. So I wish I had a crystal ball. I wish I could see what next year brings. But so when we have those very strong factors on both sides, I think it'll be interesting. I think that there's a lot of deferred or delayed buying and selling, all kind of backed up from the pandemic since March. And I think that families who I speak with and people who I hear about they're finally, I think, realizing that this thing isn't going away anytime soon, and the circumstances we're in might be similar for years, maybe, who knows. So I think they're finally kind of jumping ship and saying, hey, let's make that move, let's get out of state like we talked about the past few years. So when we have, again, like those factors on both sides, it's tough to say what's going to happen next year. We do know, guys, that every year after the election year, so in this time that means 2021, is typically the strongest year within that 4-year cycle. So again, when you look at that and all the other things that we've just talked about, a lot of economists and reputable people out there are talking about a pretty healthy and strong and rebounding market going into 2021. Of course, no one knows for sure, but all we can do is look back at history and look back at the statistics and kind of the trends in buying and selling and tied in with the election, and what typically happens after an election year. And it's shown to be pretty positive. So all in all, maybe we'll see a bit of a decline going into the election. Personally, it's been quite busy with people realizing that, hey, like we need to buy a home. We just had a kid or whatever it might be. So, the other areas of life kind of still keep moving along. So that's kind of your 2020 election real estate update, guys.